Crystal Ball has a Cthulhu mask with tentacles and devil horns. There's also a large jagged sword. This is supposed to be sort of like on fire with his dire technology. Then there's also a green crystal ball, a pistol with a Cobra Law time worm wrapped around it, an extra hand, and a hypno shield with a lenticular effect. Now the green accessories are not glow in the dark, they're just green. Lenny from the Hasbro team said that Crystal Ball is using Cobra's dire technology to make his victims think that he's turned into a monster.
It's a really good figure. I like all the different paint apps he has on him, like some of the tattoos on his arms and things like that. I like the cloak that he comes with because the material it's made out of is like a soft, bendy plastic. Yeah, it's really nice.
And it's got some really nice texture on it, especially if you flip it over and see the back. And like there's the fur collar, which has some nice texture and paint apps on it. It looks like there might be a little bit of a dark wash, but I agree, Dex, that cloak, very nice, and it stands out in the Classified series because there's no other character that really dresses like this or looks like Crystal Ball. And check this out on the side. The artwork on this, really cool, especially with this crystal ball here with this screaming skull inside of it.
Speaking of the crystal ball, it's got the exact same thing with it. It's super small, but it's a little bit squishy too. It's like, feels more of like a rubbery plastic instead.
Yeah.
The outside of the crystal ball, which is nice instead of
it's like a bubble.
Yeah. I like that. And then there's a little cover on the shield, but once you get it on, you need like a screwdriver to pop it back off. It's pretty jammed in there when you get it on. But the shield itself is pretty cool. I think it looks nice without the green attached to it.
I agree.
I prefer it without.
Kind of retro style.
Yeah, it looks really nice. Around the edge of the shield, there's a snake along there, and at the very bottom of the shield, you can see the snake's head.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Those are those little details that not everyone's going to pick up on.
The sword looks pretty nice, but I would have preferred if they just took off the flame and just did one solid silver color, because it's a nice addition instead of just having just the shield.
Really nice hair on this figure. Now, while it's not as detailed as Major Blood, it's still giving the same vibe.
I'm a fan of the revolver that they have. There's a little like spiral, maybe a snake on the end of it, but if they took that off, it'd be an amazing gun to have with other guys. The one thing that I love about this figure though is the crystal ball. I keep playing with it because it's just so squishy and it feels cool. It'd be nice if they had a second one of these in the future give it on any figure, don't care, just take off the little tentacles on the side, just put a little flat base thing, and then make the skull gray instead of green, and that'd be really cool.
Yeah,
it looks really nice.
Can you see the screaming skull? Like, does it look like a skull?
Yeah, it looks like a skull. You can see it. There's a tentacle underneath, too, for the base of it. So when you place it down, there's tentacles on the bottom.
Now, he's got claws on his fingers. Like, the fingertips have long claws. The problem with that is trying to get his pistol into his hand. So I'm having to really work this. I appreciate the claws. I like that for his character, but when you're putting a gun with him like this, it's hard to get the hand in there. If you're enjoying this, hit the like button and make sure you're subscribed. The shield is decent. It definitely brings me back to the 80s. It is what it is. Decent back of the shield. I like the details and the sculpting. The effort was made.
Yep.
Right? It's a really good figure.
It looks great.
Great accessories. And he's got very nice details all over his body, right? The gem that's on his forearm. Love that sort of touch. The leather gauntlets. Everything about this looks really good.
The gun's amazing too. You can see the cartridge that you put all the ammo in. It's just like, it's right there and it's actually defined, so it doesn't look just glued on.
It's a very detailed gun. It's brand new.
Yeah.
Looks
Take
like
off that spiral, that thing's amazing. And you can put blast effects on this one.
Yeah, so that gold thing that's wrapped around the gun, that's a Cobra Law time worm.
I'm not a fan of it. If they took away that, I would want that gun on anyone.
He's supposed to be from Cobra Law at this point.
So, what would you rate the figure out of 10?
I would give Crystal Ball, you know what, I'm just going to keep it simple, a 9 out of 10. I like it. I also had high expectations, so I will admit I am a biased Crystal Ball fan. Always have been. I'm glad that we've got this. 9 out of 10. Might be a little high, but
I'll give him an 8. It's a good figure. It's kind of just bland, though. It doesn't really come with much, and I'm not the biggest fan of the mask, so I think that's a fair rating for it.
I do like the mask. Again, nice sculpting, nice paint details on it. There's not many, but they're nice.
It's nice sculpting, but I would have put those like an extra, because they always complain about how expensive the molds are. It's like, I would have used it on another character instead. Crystal Ball did not need that mask. It would have been a perfectly fine figure without that mask. So
yes, definitely. I mean, you could see this being a retro figure without the black streaks down his eyes and without some of the extra frills here.
All they had to do, they could have just gave him the gun, the shield, and the ball. That is it. That's all they needed to do. I like the extra things they added in. The sword can't be used by anyone else, though, because it's so green. You can use it on that new troop
didn't
builder
need a
guy.
sword.
And yeah, he doesn't need it either. But you can't also use it on anyone else because it's so green. And then this helmet, you definitely can't use on anyone else, and it doesn't really fit on anyone. It doesn't even fit on him.
Maybe
really.
with the Ghost Viper.
And then this
right?
front plate on the shield, it's cool, but it's not really useful. You can't
Pointless.
see and also it blends, it makes it all weird because you can see some of the hologram through the holes, and then it looks all weird with it. So
And it's sculpted, so again, you see the effort that they put into it.
yeah,
but
it would have been cooler if it was glow in the dark, because you know how cool that would have looked glow in the dark though. Because like this, it just looks like a green shield.
yeah, I definitely like the mask a lot. So I understand why you don't. It's got that helmet feel towards the back of it. So thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more right here on Viper Island, and we'll see you guys next time. Viper Island will be right back after this important message.
Get G.I. Joe down!
Listen up! G.I. Joe never sounded like this before!
Sonic Fighters!
Only G.I. Joe Sonic Fighters come with an electronic backpack with 4 different combat sounds, like laser rifles and machine guns.
Dial tone! Behind you! Tunnel rat, cover me!
A real American hero! Get G.I. Joe down!
Sonic Fighters come with electronic backpack and 4 different combat sounds.
Joe down!
We have a brand new update on Crystal Ball and the Ghost Vipers with insight from Hasbro's G.I. Joe team. Lenny said they pushed Crystal Ball pretty far in terms of the extra dire tech accessories like the sword, shield, and mask. They wanted to make him a threat and as intimidating as possible. And he now has his own brigade. Ghost Viper and the Dire Beasts are supposed to be illusions that Crystal Ball makes his opponents see. Lenny said that Classified lets them do things that we often don't see happen elsewhere in the action figure world, so he wanted to make a werewolf. He said that Crystal Ball was a great way to introduce a werewolf into Classified. The storyline narrative for the Classified Crystal Ball is that he's creating fear objects in the form of projections like werewolves and cobras, and he uses his brigade of Ghost Vipers to go around and spread fear with the dire tech projections. He said Crystal Ball is battling Night Force, so Night Force has to deal with the dire tech gas, which the Ghost Vipers are seen spreading using a flamethrower. He said the gas can take on the form of creatures that people are afraid of. Let us know in the comments down below what your opinion is of the Ghost Vipers. Are you into these? And do you like the green accessories? If this is something you want to see more of in the Classified series, sound off and let us know. And there you have it. You've made it to the end of this episode, and we really appreciate that. Thumbs up down below. And we would love it even more if you take just 1 second of your time. Make sure that down below you are subscribed to the channel. We ask that you do, because that guarantees that we definitely get to see you back here again next time. Thanks for tuning into Viper Island, your one-stop shop for all things G.I. Joe. When there's relevant news, we'll be here to discuss all of it, together with you. Thanks for watching, thanks for supporting, have a great day, and yo Joe!